Though Mourof had fallen, building high enough that no man could withstand it, Mourof survived, taking all the items he had into the next place. Only the man left behind would not survive that fall.
In that moment, I regretted jumping at all. I should have stayed behind, fighting off all the rotted enemies as long as I could. But now, I'm bringing almost nothing into the next place. Even one of the ones I fought tried to keep me back, but I don't regret that I made a choice. I regret that it was the only choice present to me at the time.
Mourof had definitely made a mistake here. He should have stayed behind, fighting until his inevitable pass. Fight, run, or hide. He would go to the underworld with something. Anything better than what he has now. Mourof thinks he is prepared for the underworld. Nothing from the overworld could prepare Mourof for what's under the surface. Its blistering heat will be unforgiving. The smell of only dead matter, or matter which is meant to decay in the scorching air. Only hope that the people unfortunate enough to have gone here may find refuge in the insulation of the wheezing ground. Now, Mourof finds himself laying on that unfamiliar ground, but there was someone here long before Mourof ever was. All 4 players are now in the underworld. Togfort the incompetent, failing everything he does.
But Togfort only boasts when his resolve has been tested.
He's obsessed with mining. He fights hard, destroying any mob which comes
into my path. The same cannot be said for human fights. Boot is my name, but will it be remembered?
Darby, that man which stares. He looks at everything as if that thing was what caused him wrong for all of his life.
Maybe I should look in the mirror.
And Mourof. I and others have trained Mourof in fights and survival. He always stood out by his nomadic way of thinking when it comes to survival. He uses clever tricks
to defeat opponents and prefer to wield their weapons myself.
Know this, when the single survivor comes out, they won't be remembered by what I wrote in this book, no. They will be remembered for what outcome they made. This is Surplus, Surge Period.
I didn't know I'd end up next to Darby.
You little fish.
Hello, Darby. I am peaceful now.
Mourof's mistake is already taking its toll. He did not realize that if you die in the same place in the overworld, you spawn in the same place in the underworld. No matter, because Darby is able to put what Mourof did behind him for now. At least that's what he says. But both of them know that Boot and Togfort were here long before they were. So Darby and Mourof formulated a team in the hope that the two of them might beat Boot or Togfort. But both knew they would turn on each other at a moment's notice.
He fell? That must have been Togfort.
I didn't know that armor was that overpowered. Let this be a warning to the other two. The armor. It's in the armor! Bro!
That means
He found
first
Togfort!
As I remembered, when someone dies, meaning they already died in the overworld, and now died in the underworld, they are gone. Forever. And you can't bring them back, no matter how much you try.
This place is a little magical. Once we get near Togfort, he will see our messages, and we won't know.
As Mourof and Darby made their way through the many biomes of the Nether, they knew that settling somewhere was the next best move. You can store away items and make defenses. Even send letters to your opponents. Maybe if Togfort, the one they feared, were to find them, a fortified base might help them in their vain efforts to kill the one they would soon know as that which could not fall.
Do you think we are fine in reality?
No.
Careful!
Do we have any water?
I think so.
Oh my gosh.
In the chest!
We have one bucket.
I brought one.
That means 5 bottles of strength. Oh, we don't have any redstone.
You can turn a ruby into 4 redstone.
Oh, you can! We are not using my axolotl's water. Darby, I think we won.
The pair had figured that one of them should leave and gather materials, hoping they might beat Togfort in power as he hunted the team down. While Mourof was searching, he found the crystals, which are scattered everywhere across the Nether. Only, you need a diamond pickaxe to mine them. But as he mined some coal, it became apparent to Mourof that he had found the secret to the gem's weakness. Excited, Mourof came back to the team's base to show Darby his newly found armour. Now they felt powerful, with solar crystal armour and strength 2 potions. Mourof decided they would hunt Togfort down.
Darby, I want to hunt down Togfort now.
In his newly found power, Mourof forgot about someone who was with him from the start. Mourof might have felt powerful in his new gear, and the confidence he has. Darby was not as easily convinced that they stood a chance. But ever since the overworld, Darby kept something hidden from everyone, what he called the contingency plan.
Wait!
Togfort?
Player made.
Whoa, what is that? Yeah, that's definitely player made. I'm going to call this structure legs.
This player-made structure reminded Mourof of what had happened to him a few months prior to the surplus, leading him to call the structure legs.
We are most likely chasing a dead man.
Being skilled in observation, Mourof suspects that his team is chasing the tracks of Boot, the man Togfort had killed, and if his remains are nearby, Togfort should be nearby too.
This was his base, for sure.
It is. Boots?
Yeah, I think so.
So much gold!
Glowing! Wait, there's glowing! He's using spectral arrows.
Togfort?
Darby? We look the same. How won't we hit each other? Well, if Togfort has the same armor...
Then what?
Togfort!
Hello?
Togfort.
What?
You're a dead man, Togfort. Any last words?
Yes.
Wait, are we all equal?
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
Nearly dead!
Notice Togfort's mistake. In the haste of the battle, Togfort struck a zombie piglin, aggravating all that comes in his sight. But these zombies held the second totem close to them. As in the overworld, zombies can rarely drop a rage totem. But here, zombie piglins rarely drop the terror totem.
Where are you, Mourof?
The terror totem buffs rage in that it grants resistance and golden hearts to the angered one. As Mourof stares at the totem of terror, begging for help, an escape, he did not receive it. Mourof saw, created with intent of no good thing, staring back at him, the vengeful one.
Darby, help!
Where are you?
Get out and stop hiding!
I can't see you!
Now it's settling in. The price they pay for staying in the overworld for so long. They used strength, they used the same armor, but his power has come through. On top it will stand. Togfort, that which could not fall.
Who is who?
Cowards! What's wrong? Can't beat a single man?
We can't, Togfort. I am weak.
I would pity you if you didn't rest easy on the overworld for ages!
Maybe out of anger or madness for being down here for so long, Togfort revealed his motive. The knowledge that Darby and Mourof were in the overworld for so long enrages him. My student has remembered to cook food well, as I taught him. You cannot win a battle with an enemy if you have not won the battle within. Your stomach, that is.
Calm down, it's me.
We should just sit here and wait until Togfort loops back. Oh, he is trading. Wait.
Yeah, we wait here. No, wait, he's at the Bastion.
Mourof realizes that Togfort is trading, so after cooking the battle-ready meals, they march to the bastion next to the legs. Unknowingly to them, that is where Boot's death took place, and Togfort built the legs in honor of Boot's fatal fall. Mourof and Darby were not breaking through. Something was off. They have the same armor as Togfort. Though having the same protection as Togfort means they can take hits like him, they did not know that Togfort had a surplus of armor sets. Mourof, I taught you this. You can hide, you can always hide, but you can't hide forever.
Focus here, Mourof.
I'm at the legs.
Go to the crock pot.
He's here, help!
Darby, it's me.
Oh,
I think. He's here, help! He's right there!
Nice landmine.
He saw the trap.
You thought a simple landmine is enough?
Now we see the long-term effects of being in the underworld for longer. Mourof is struggling to keep any equivalent equipment to Togfort's. Darby is running around without aim, but Togfort stands there, immovable, with his new deadly great hammer, enchanted by the ancients and created with the purpose of destroying someone's armor.
So this is out of the game. First of all, thanks for watching so far into the video. But at this point we had to switch everyone's armor using admin, because the solar crystal armor was causing that bug. So everyone got the lunar equivalent armor, and any solar crystals they had was switched to lunar crystals. This video is unscripted, if I haven't mentioned that before. Thanks and enjoy the rest of the video. Subscribe.
Everyone's armor has been changed. Now the new lunar armor will protect its user, and hitting someone who wears this is like hitting an anvil. But there is a weapon which is powerful enough to destroy even this armor.
no! Sorry! Why did Togfort scream?
There isn't much you can do. The enemy is so much more powerful than you and your teammates. Put your weapons down. That which could not fall is here to take his crown.
This isn't really the time for that. Darby, we lost.
They didn't realize it. You can't just speak to each other from wherever you are. Surplus has a 150 block text chat communication radius. Anyone in the radius can see your messages. Anyone out of the 150 block radius cannot. Right here, Darby and Mourof are too far to hear each other, confusing them to think that the other has gone silent on them. So much so that Mourof has already begun to hide from Darby with the assumption that he has joined Togfort to hunt Mourof down.
took a deal, Darby. You're dead either way now.
Use it. Let it use you, Mourof.
I'm looking for you. Both of you. Like at that tower, Mourof. Nice landmines.
Thanks.
Are you alright?
Experience taught me this. Everyone will turn on you when pushed to their limit. For me, it was the all of them. For Mourof, it's Darby. For Darby, he thinks it was Mourof.
You finally said something! Togfort, if you want to win, you better kill him before I get there.
That one hurt!
You already used the Terror Totem, Mourof. You have its buffs, you have its roots. Don't you get it? Don't you get it already? You descended from him, Mourof! The vengeful one.
Proud of yourself, coward!
had to rest!
You see it, Mourof. The blue fire's still burning. You will grow to regret being a traitor.
Mourof had fallen, taking the damage no man could withstand. Returning to where he was, leaving nothing behind. Only this time, he would survive that fall.
I need to find you, General Holt.
Could prepare Mourof for what Let's do a rerun on that. Mourof